Hey, shalom, brothers and sisters. Today I want to talk about the book of Job in the Old Testament. I'm going to read a couple verses with you, but I just also want to give you a little in-depth on what the book is about, just in case you don't know. The composition date is unknown. It says here, while the author is unknown, some attribute the book to Job or Solomon. Nothing definitive has been shown, however. In the background of it, the book of Job is the first of 5 books categorized as poetry. The Hebrew word for Job is actually, what it means is hated or persecuted. While it's difficult to determine the date of the book, many scholars suggest that it was written in the 2nd millennium BCE. This book describes the suffering and patience of a man named Job. To prove Job's righteousness, Yahweh allowed Satan to test him. Through this unannounced persecution, Job lost his children, wealth, and nearly everything he had. Despite his catastrophic losses, Job never denounced Yahweh, even though his wife on one occasion prompted him to do so. Because of this man's enduring faith, he was blessed far greater at the end than in the beginning. So Yahweh blessed the latter end of Job more than his beginning. For he had 14,000 sheep and 6,000 camels and 1,000 yoke of oxen and 1,000 she-donkeys. He also had 7 sons and 3 daughters. And the significance is, while some accuse Job as being self-righteous and deserving of his plight, others maintain that this epic book simply teaches us faith and steadfastness in the face of trial and persecution. James chapter 5 verse 11 commends Job's patience and the tender mercy of Yahweh. Even though at times it seems that everything in the world is against us, it is incumbent that believers we remember that Yahweh is the creator of the vast universe and is in control of every atom and molecule that exists. Even in times of extreme hardship, Yahweh is watching and planning his blessing for the faithful. This is the major lesson of the book. Neither Job nor his friends knew anything of the heavenly challenge between Yahweh and Satan that precipitated Job's trial. Nor did Job anticipate the final outcome of personal blessings. Job's faithfulness and patience, tenacity alone, carried out without knowledge of what occurred behind the scenes, teaches us that there is a greater purpose in the counsels of heaven for what we endure on earth. That fact alone should always be a source of strength and encouragement. So, when we have adversity in our lives, and we think everything's going downhill and there's no hope for us, we need to think twice about that, because there's a design plan up in heaven for us, the faithful. So we're going to have some hard times, no doubt about that, but we got to persevere. We got to keep the faith and pray and, learn a lesson from it. I'm just going to read a couple of verses out from here about the interaction between Yahweh and Satan. And I'm going to start with chapter 1, verse 5. And it was so, when the days of their feasting were gone about, that Job sent and sanctified them, and rose up early in the morning, and offered burnt offerings according to the number of them all. For Job said, "It may be that my sons have sinned and cursed Elohim in their hearts." Thus did Job continually. Now there was a day when the sons of Elohim came to present themselves before Yahweh, and Satan came along among them too. So Satan, he was up there, and he came along. And Yahweh said unto Satan, "Whence comest thou?" Then Satan answered Yahweh and said, "From going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down it." So he was all over the earth. He was walking around the earth, scoping out the scenes, doing whatever. And Yahweh said unto Satan, Hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and an upright man, one that feareth Elohim and escheweth evil? Then Satan answered Yahweh and said, Does Job fear Elohim for naught? Has not thou made him a hedge about him, and about his house, and about all that he hath on every side, that thou hast blessed the work of his hands, and his substance is increased in the land? But put forth thine hand now, and touch all that hath, and he will curse thee to thy face. So the devil said, basically saying, if he didn't have all of his blessings, if he was, started getting bad luck, he would actually curse the name of Yahweh. And Yahweh said unto Satan, Behold, all that he hath is in thy power, and only upon himself put not forth thine hand. So Satan went forth from the presence of Yahweh. So Yahweh basically said, I dare you to find a flaw in him. I'm going to give you permission to do some things to him, to test him. But he's like, I dare you to find a flaw in him. And there was a day when his sons and daughters were eating and drinking wine in the eldest brother's house. And there came a messenger unto Job and said, The oxen were plowing and the donkeys feeding beside them. And the Sabeans fell upon them and took them away. Yeah, they have slain the servants with all the edge of the sword, and I only escaped alone to tell. That goes on to say, the bad luck started happening, the curse started happening, the animals started dying, and then Job's family, at least his children, they were destroyed. Now I'm going to skip down to chapter 2 here, because this is about Yahweh and Satan again. Again, there was a day when the sons of Elohim came to present themselves before Yahweh, and Satan came also among them to present himself to Yahweh. And Yahweh said unto Satan, From whence thou comest? Where do you come from? And Satan answered Yahweh and said, From going to and fro on the earth, and from walking up and down. And Yahweh said unto Satan, Hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and an upright man, one that feareth Elohim and escheweth evil? And still he holdeth fast his integrity, although thou movest me against him to destroy him without cause. And Satan answered Yahweh and said, Skin for skin, yet all the man will he give for his life. But put forth thine hand now and touch his bone and his flesh, and he will curse thee to thy face. And Yahweh said unto Satan, Behold, he is in thine hand, but save his life. You can't kill him, but you can give him a disease or whatever, but you cannot kill this man. So went Satan forth from the presence of Yahweh and smote Job with sore boils from the sole of his foot up to his crown. And he took him a potsherd to scrape himself withal, and he sat down among the ashes. Then said his wife unto him, Dost thou still retain thine integrity? Curse Elohim and die. But he said unto her, Thou speakest as one of the foolish women speaketh. That shall we receive good at the hand of Elohim, and shall we not receive evil? In all this did not Job sin with his lips? Now when Job's 3 friends heard all the evil that has come upon him, they came every one of them from his place. Now basically, right here, the friends start coming, and friends start, giving their little opinions on why Job's being cursed and why he's got these sores. He's saying that, he did something evil or whatever, and the book goes on, because Job, he communes with Yahweh, our beloved creator. He has questions, of course, and he says this and that, and Yahweh answers him, and gives Yahweh a way to not just test them, but educate them, talk to them and make them understand what's going on. But at the end, Job keeps the faith, and he's rewarded like 100-fold. He's not just restored, but he's overly restored of his faith, because it's what he did. He kept the faith. He never cursed Yahweh's name, never forsook nothing. He didn't do nothing, and except just put a smile on Yahweh's face. But anyways, that's what I wanted to share this with you, because the book of Job is an interesting book, and it's worth studying and reading. And I encourage you to do that, when you have time. And I thank you again for listening and stopping by, and please subscribe and hit my notification bells, for future episodes, and like my videos. Share your comments below. Share my videos with anybody and everybody you can. I thank you again, and till the next time, peace out. Shalom.